G'day, just on the way to shopping centre. Is the microphone working? Hopefully it is. If not, I'll pull it out. Yeah, it's just going to be about an hour stream. Dave, yeah, I'm just going to walk down to Central's. I was in there the other day and was going to stream, but there were too many school kids floating around, so I thought I'd just do that at a later day. So I've just had a nice cow soy, mate. Like I had a cow soy shrimp gung. Like I've been in here before. I'll just quickly show you that golden temple. I won't walk in. I'll just show you that nice golden thing there. So yeah, I might look at a gimbal as well. Like I won't be buying one today, but I just want to look at a price for one as well. Yeah, because this one's pretty crap. I want to get one with some stabilisation in it, and just I've looked at a couple of prices, and there was one for about 5k, and I thought, I'm not paying that when I've got other things to spend money on. But I'll try. Like I have seen some on Lazada's pretty cheap, and I might have a look at that as well. So. And there's a policeman. Yeah, you do see the highway police around. I haven't had any issues with them. I've said hi to them and that, but you usually get left alone out here if you're doing the right thing. You know, if you got a beer in your hand and you're like smoking everywhere, like I don't really see too many smokers around, and I noticed that in Palau as well. I know when I was in Pattaya, they're trying to stamp out a lot of the smoking around, which is a good thing, you know, because even though I do have a sneaky dart from time to time, I don't like the smell of it. But I do have many friends who smoke, and I've obviously smoked on and off. Here's a pretty cool bed and breakfast. Like, I'm going to try and look for a couple of apartments around here. I want to try and find a fully furnished one. Like, I did come across a couple nice fully furnished ones in Palau. Like, the girl showed me one that was only, I think it was like under 6,000 fully furnished, and I was really shocked at the value of it. I'm pretty sure it was a 3-bedroom and really modern. And there was a nice little house she showed as well. Yeah, so I reckon we'll go for about an hour, I reckon, today, because just do a few short ones. I might try and schedule some stuff, but I just find with the pop-ups, I'll get a couple in and the trolls stay away. So get back on the road in a sec. Oh, geez. Hopefully, yeah, the owner don't come out and say, what's going on out here? But it's really friendly out here. Like, you know, if you're feeling a bit down, you just have to walk for about not even a minute, and 2 or 3 people will just say, hello, you know, Sawadi. I actually talked to a couple of locals. I looked up at the sky and thought, I reckon rain's coming, and I looked at the phone at the map, and long and behold, yeah, it did say rain forecast. And I chatted to these 3 tuk-tuk guys and a security guard, and I said, oh, what do you reckon about rain? And he said, oh, 15 minutes, half an hour. And I said, I reckon you're right. And long and behold, I went down and had my cow soy shrimp, and yeah, but for 40 baht, like I was going to stream from there again, but the rain was coming down pretty hard at that time. But since I've been here, the rain hasn't been that hard. It's just been like a light drizzle, and I have walked in it. I think when I did that cave tour, it come down pretty hard for a couple of minutes. But apart from that, I must have been, like, when I've been in the room, I've heard the rain come, so I've gone on the balcony, and it really hasn't come too hard. I know when I was here, I think September or something, like it just rained one night, but we are staying in anyway. So we'll get back on the road, guys. I am just going to walk down to Centrals because I do have to top up my prepaid for tomorrow. So I want to look at a couple of promotions. Because sometimes when I go to 7-Eleven and do a deal, they mess me around. So we'll go to True, and I'll probably have to pay a little bit extra for that, sadly. So that will blow out like the budget. But I did find a very cheap restaurant, and those transport things would be good on Soy Bakal. So I think the powers that be should investigate that. Yeah, I think you were saying, Dave, how like the bank, I wasn't sure if the bank were footing the cost of the place. I know you said about the relocation and that, and I was chatting about how in Australia, like they tend to do everything. And I know like the bigger companies out here would be exactly the same. And thank you for that like as well. Now, I'll just have a quick look here because I am going through a different backsoy. And in true fashion, I'll probably head the wrong direction, but these things do happen when I'm with camera and walking. But we usually do come across something interesting. But if I do get lost, I will get to Centrals because I do have to have a chat about my getting a good internet. Like my internet's been okay. It's just the stabilisation I'm a bit concerned about. And I reckon a couple of times I've gone into black spots because with the promotion I got this month, it actually gives you Wi-Fi, because with some promotions you don't. So you're out and about and then the phone suddenly jumps onto Wi-Fi. And usually the Wi-Fi is quite good. Like you're looking at like between 200 and 400 speeds. And then all of a sudden you drop off that Wi-Fi zone and you're back to your speed. But I've been pretty happy with True, but in Payao I noticed there was some funny business with the internet there, so I won't talk about that because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'll get back to the questions, and g'day Blue, I'll get to you there. But Dave, yeah, so I want to try and find something fully furnished. You know, I've already bought furniture in the past, and I think in the short term, I'll go for something like that, and then long term, get our own stuff. But I think just short term, that's probably going to have to be the thing, because I am going to do a couple of streams and look around at some prices, but obviously it won't be where I would go to, because I would be doxing myself. But all good. So we'll get back to the questions, and it's good we've got 3 lights and 4 and 5 popping in there. So really good to see you, Blue. I hope you're well. The bank just paid for relocation. Oh, so not paying for the part of the accommodation. I suppose that's fair enough, you know, but yeah. But at least they did cover some, and it is good when you get something. And have a look at all the traffic here. What time is it actually? Just coming on 12 o'clock now. So this would be the lunch crowd. We've seen a couple of police on bikes. Now there is a police guy that normally comes to this corner, I've noticed, in the afternoons. And that is good because he keeps an eye on things. And I will try and get across here. So yeah, now traffic flow out here, I've been saying, is really good, and people are quite patient. You don't get the hands waving like you get in Pattaya, and I'm guilty of that as well. But I do find it is better to just call your jets, because you don't know what the other person has issues with. So I've learnt to just button the lip and don't let the shield slip. And we'll have a look at some work being done. It will be noisy. So that's pretty good. And they looks like they're putting in some drainage there. So taking up a section of the tiles and putting in the blue irrigation. Now, this is a hospital. We won't point in there because somebody could have all abrasions and whatnot. And I've always said about the motorcycle places, and these places are really good, and I'll get back to the questions. That's g'day, Steve. Hope you're well, mate. And that's good. You're chatting. Yeah, we're just going to possibly do an hour. It could go a bit longer because I'm just going to walk to Centrals, and then I'll just show around in there. It's got 3 levels. There is a couple of good little street food stalls on the way, and also inside there's some really good produce at reasonable prices. Now, bear in mind, shopping centres do have like a premium price. So if you are like me, I am on a budget trip. I am looking for the cheapest alternatives. Now, I have stumbled across an amazing street food restaurant, which I don't want to call street food. And they've got 5 meals, all 40 baht, and high quality. And I thought 50 baht was cheap. And then when I stumbled, like I'd gone past this place as I do, and I don't take notice of some things, and sometimes you're drawn to things, and I did step in, and I thought I'd stepped in the right place, and that does happen to me a lot. And I saw cow soy, and I knew I was in the right place. I've made some couple of more videos on cow soy, and they do have all different flavours, and like I'm really impressed trying new cow soys. And I did have the gung shrimp today, and it had 4 good sized shrimp, and for 40 baht I've got no complaint. But we'll get back to these comments. I am very passionate about food, and you can eat like a king quite cheaply, but sometimes you do just go and have a 7-Eleven hamburger. Actually, I did go to 7-Eleven last night, and I did see pizzas, 2 for 100 baht. And I was trying to ask the girl what time are they, and it took about 3 or 5 minutes, and she was really patient, and I tried my best. I worked it out. Yes, I can go there between I think it was 8 and 7, I believe, and then you can get a pizza. So we'll get back to the comments there. I think I've covered that. Everyone's chatting, which is good. Yeah, I know. I pretty much covered that the other day. I've got a lot more to say on it, but it's not going to do my channel any good. He's just going to discredit me. He's already embarrassed my partner and her family. He's been embarrassed himself, and he just feels the need to lie and embarrass everyone else. I think everyone who's in here has had something happen to them through him or his minions. And he is a very organised guy, sadly. And I'm being honest every time I talk, guys, and I do have all the information on him, but I would never release stuff on him or his wife, because that's not the way I am. I would be justified in doing this, but I couldn't live with myself knowing that I'd done stuff like that. And I know people give Mike, they don't like Mike, and that's up to them. Like, I'll be very careful, because I upset Oz yesterday by actually saying another person stepped up and said, I don't know why you're giving Jeremiah a hard time. He seems like a good bloke, you know, and that particular person has a passion for Thailand, and I'm aware of that, and he can see that I have a passion for Thailand, and it is good that some people will stand up, and a lot of people are afraid to speak up against that particular character. But every time you speak up, this character comes back at me and throws up the most outrageous lies and twists part truths and makes crazy lies, which To this day, I don't understand why simps and minions follow such a character with passion and gall. Is it because they're lonely and sad? And then he has the gall to pick on my disabilities when his best friends in Thailand have the same disabilities. So I wonder how that sits with his best friends. Who knows, but who knows. But I will get to the next comment there. But yes. Yeah, see, I learnt a while ago, lies do come undone. Now, you can be very vague and not expose yourself with what you're comfortable with, but I've always been honest because lies do come undone eventually. And then when you are exposed as a liar, that's you done. So we all know that character has been exposed for his lies. So I shouldn't really have to defend myself. But when somebody talks ill of your loved ones and causes you emotional problems and issues, you can either go two ways. But we lost 2 viewers because they probably don't like my rant about that character. But yeah, I don't know what you can do about him, actually, to be honest. Yeah, because what I want to do is just live my life, and I think people are jealous, sadly. Like, there's nothing to be jealous in my life. Like, I'm just an average guy that's had minimal success, and I have had success in a few fields, but I'm no champion, I'm just a dude. And I don't think people like an average battler just coming out and doing his thing and just, you know, like, I try to have fun, but I'm not a drunken, and you don't have to be a drunken to have fun. And when I was a drunken, yeah, I had a good time, and I'll never discourage anyone from having a drink. And, you know, I'd quite like to enjoy a drink, but that's just not fun for me at this chapter in my life. Who knows what the next chapter in my life might entail? Who knows? But at this stage, I'm quite happy with herbs, and herbs are really good for my osteoarthritis. But enough of that, guys. We'll get back there, and yeah, I am very passionate about things, guys, and I just really want to be left alone to do my thing. And when you do stand up, that they don't like it, and which is fair enough. But I really enjoy just being me and walking around, and with like my current Mrs. Health, I currently find that walking is a great help. Like, it doesn't help anyone but me, but yeah, I don't really want to have any train wrecks and disasters. I know people are here for a train wreck, and I'm quite happy to talk about that character, but I don't think it would do me any good. But you know, he twists it. But I am happy in Thailand, and I would be happy in Cambodia or Laos or anywhere. It's I really like Thailand, and I'm starting to feel at home in Chiang Rai, and it's, I don't know, I felt that about Palau as well, but you know, that's why I want to spend some time here. And like, I've spent short amount of time in Chiang Rai a lot, like transit, so this is the longest I've stayed here, and I've extended my trip yet again, and I've done that I think 3 times this trip. And I've got no complaints here, and I really like living in Pattaya, in Pradamak, because everything was there, and I stopped going around Soy Bakal and other places, but I still thought, geez, I have to go and film. And it's like some things change, but I really like Pradamak because it's got everything there, and you got Jom Tien, and Jom Tien's got like those places as well, guys. But I really liked it there, and it was like fun. Like, it does get a bad rap, but I think it's a pretty chill environment, and I would have liked to have retired there. And there's a pretty cool bus. I did go on a bus like that to the White Temple, and that was 25 baht. I was going to do a stream inside the bus, and that's probably something I could do actually. It'd be 25 baht and then 25 baht back, or because the 14k walk was quite long on the way home, and luckily I didn't stream the whole thing because I did get a bit niggly towards the end, but then I did stumble across that temple and I did regain self-control again. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Dave. Like, I try to be happy, and people don't like that, and then they want to bring you down, and then they feed off that misery, and that's what I have been saying. I think that particular character just wants to breed misery, and the minions he has around him are sort of that same. I was going to use a big word there, but I won't. I don't know. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But I guess I just have to be positive and just continue on my path and reflect on those things. And but yeah, you like what? That's what I'm saying. Like, the walking has increased like the blood flow, and like you're talking about endorphins, and that's correct. It's like when somebody takes one of those magic pills that makes you dance and feel happy, and that releases those same endorphins, and you can get that same endorphin by pleasuring yourself. But that's just a short-term relief for most men. But but that is a good point, and I'm glad you've said that. And it is great for mental health. And that other toxic person has actually mentioned that before in the past about how walking is good for your blood flow and that. I've heard on a clip. But you know, and I've known about this for a very long time because I was a very active youth and kept quite fit. I was no champion, but I did keep fit. And I'm paying the price of that fitness now with shot knees, arthritis, shin splints, you know, the list goes on. And this is what I love about Thailand. Like, you get these noisy things, smoking everything up, and it's just the charm. So I'll just go through the next messages, and then I'm going to pop up. Yeah, I think the tide is turning for that character, and I think he's just grasping at straws now and trying to possibly go down with the ship. But I don't know. I'm not within that circle, and I don't want to be within that circle. And that red bus is very interesting. That's going to Hong Kong. No, Chiang. Yeah, that's going to the Lao border. Yeah, you can get a couple of buses to the Lao border. Now that bus there, that's the 70 baht bus, and that takes 2 hours or 2.5 hours. And if I do go Lao, I might go on that bus and stream it. But it would be possibly a good stream. I want to do like a Mekong stream. I might try and do a stream with Ben when I'm over there, and I think like the Mekong would be good because I don't want to sit in the bars and then get a slap in the head from other misses. So I think I'll have a chat to him and see if he wants to do a Mekong cruise. Then we'll try and do like 3 hours on his and 3 hours on mine, and try and keep it fair, I guess. That's just something I've thought about. Yeah, I appreciate that, Blue, and that's what I want to get back to is try and inspiring a few people, you know. Like, I'm not like a guru or anything, but you know, if I can spread a message of like walking if you're feeling down and like that, I don't care if anyone listens or not, to be honest. But it's like it's cool. Right, but yeah, so we'll get up. Yeah, like you do come across these things, and I do like to sit at these things because they are free. And if the shop was open, I could just buy a drink in there, but the shop is closed. And this lady is selling her produce she probably grows in her garden. Yes, Dave, your partner could be doing this. I don't think she could, but like would be. But if your times were tough, you could send her off the produce in the garden, and off you go, love. Like my missus, I was saying, you can do like she had an idea to sell moo tot at the schools, and just go and set a little cart and just go in the mornings, and that would have been light work for a couple of hours, because at the moment she's helping her mum run the family pork crackling thing. I don't know what to call that thing. I just call it pork crackling, but they do all this other weird stuff. I have got a video ready to release, but I do have to have it checked by her, because they were talking in Thai a few things, and I wasn't sure if they were talking about some health issues and stuff, and I thought, oh. Yeah, we're not too far from the place. It's only, I think, about 10-15 minute walk. In that nightclub area I walked through, I do want to go back and have the cheapest drink possible in that lovely rooftop I went to above the library, and quite possibly I will get back to my education roots. But I think I would love to have a drink there with cocoa, actually. I think that would be good. But it did look quite nice. And while I was up there, I should have get the prices of drinks. I guess I could get on Google. Yeah, you do learn a bit of stuff on Google, whether it's true or not. I did come past there, and I did get a couple of good off out again. Yeah, I know. He's upset a lot of people, Blue, and I'm surprised he hasn't met with more foul play more often than what he has. But not me, but I think one day he's going to come a cropper. You know, talking bad about Thai girls and Thai women quite regularly. I think eventually somebody will overstep the line. It won't be me, because I don't want to spend any time in jail or pay bribes to get out of that situation. But, you know, I'd rather keep what money I have for a rainy day. And it is important to have rainy day funds. And we'll talk about rainy day funds in a stream at some point. And to have 4 separate rainy day accounts, not just have 3, have 4 or 5. And have 6 and 7. Now, I've come to a couple of these little places now. This is where they make handcrafted jewellery. Now, I will go and show one. Like, I was chatting to these 2 Thai guys, but they didn't have much English. And I've just knocked the road there. I might unplug the road wireless in a moment. I think I get a bit of interference during the rain. I never had that issue using the GoPro. Just seems to be an issue from time to time, but I'll get back to those questions. Oh, Chiang Rai, really? Oh, yeah, that would... G'day, Sean. Oh, I'll get to it, mate. That would be... Oh, I think my road's playing up again, so I might unplug that if... I think it's just my finger hitting the connection, I think. But that Chiang Rai will probably be able to catch up because I seriously want to relocate out here. And I think Mitch was saying he wanted to relocate out here as well. But I'm happy with Chiang Rai, and actually I'm going to unplug the road. Yeah, I've just unplugged the Rode microphone kit, so just hit the light there and let me know it's still working, guys. And I'll be on my way. I'll just pop the gimbal down for a sec. I do have to be careful because I've got my short shorts on, and my Jack's cracker pops out, so I do have to be careful because especially around mirrored fridges. I nearly got myself the other day, but luckily I remembered. And I'll tell you some funny stories about these pants. But I just want to turn off the Rode wireless, so can everyone hear me? Because I didn't get that light. Alright, I'll just scroll up those messages. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, just give us a sec. I just want to put the Rode in the bag because I don't want to lose these. I've got two of these microphones, and I can do interviews with these, and they're pretty cool. But the cord sometimes can be a bit temperamental if it does get hit or some rain, I've noticed. But we're just not too far from Central, so it does have 3 levels and a really good food area, and it looks really cool. So I'll jump up in a sec. Yeah, the missus these pants to wear, and I think I bought them for her, and they're actually Under Armour ones. And yeah, so I gave them to her to wear, and she says no, you wear these. So I was wearing them, I think, in Laos, and we got a tuk-tuk, and I'm just sitting in the tuk-tuk, and like my Jats cracker was like actually hanging out, and so like I'm saying, well, you told me to wear these, and it was pretty funny. So I had to be very careful where I sat, and very embarrassing story. Like there is a few more to add to that, but I won't. But I'll get to the comments. Yeah, that is a nice size, Dave. I wouldn't mind a couple rye off that. I'd be happy with 1 rye of that if that's possible. Off to bed shortly, Sean. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really too sure of the time zones in America, to be honest. It's something like I vaguely know, but I do have some communication with a few Americans, but I don't really chat to them that often and just shoot off a message like wherever and get a reply a couple of days later or something. But good to see you anyway, Sean. I hope you're well. G'day, Karma. Hope you are well. Everyone does get upset at times. I think there's one character who does a lot of the upsetting with his minions and simps. Yeah, it's best not to worry about these things. Like, it's good to have a good laugh about it or rant about it. And with that rant, it makes you feel better. And if you do feel better from that, power to you. But if you do continue on for like 8 hours, well then that's a issue or a whole stream. But I tend to just have a rant for a bit and that's it. I don't know where 8 hours comes from continually, but he does exaggerate actually. Yeah, we all know he exaggerates his stories and lies a lot. It's very hard to work out which stuff is the truth with that character. But it is good that everyone is on the same page, and we've got 4 lights out of 9 people, so we've got 5 lurkers, so that's good. It's good. Everyone's good. Yeah, it is good. It is important to walk if you can walk. Have a look at that guy. See? This is what you see every day in Thailand. Now that bike guy has a very expensive bike. Now he's texting with one hand. His eyes were pretty much on the phone and not looking up. I didn't see him look up for about 5 or 6 seconds. So within that 6 seconds. Now, how long does it take for you to brake? How long does it take for a car to pull out? So within that 6 to 8 seconds, a car could have come out while he's texting his wife or his girlfriend or his mum. He could have been taken out. He could have hit in a pothole. So I don't care who uses their phone, bike or car, but sometimes it's not that important and you could kill somebody. And I've had a couple of people die being on motorcycles in Australia because the driver was using their mobile phone. And we are probably all guilty of this, but I can honestly say I've never used a mobile phone in a car while driving. However, in Thailand I have obviously used the phone while streaming, so, and I have usually pulled over to check that. So I'm not being hypocritical, I'm just pointing out same facts. So yeah, but the point was that was very dangerous. The guy had a very expensive bike. If he was paying that on a loan repayment, he'd be in a lot of trouble. But yeah, so we'll get back to the messages. And I've stumbled across a couple of more 7-Elevens now. I was talking about that pizza one last night. I was going to do a pop-up stream there last night, guys, and I thought that would be a really good one to stream because it had so many good things in there, like the pizzas and some tarts and other stuff you don't necessarily eat. But I do prefer the Ma and the Pa shops. So I'll just go over the messages because we're not too far from where I want to go. Yeah, today is today, but unfortunately that character Spoon never gives up. He, like many times, Spoon, I didn't utter his name for many months, and then he just keeps having his little digs, and his little digs aren't so big now. But that character will never give up because he it's sort of like pleasuring himself, I guess. He probably doesn't receive pleasure elsewhere, so that's his pleasure, I guess. Yeah, I go through bouts of going online. Like sometimes I'll go on and just lurk at a few streams I like and I won't comment, and then sometimes I don't pop up for a few weeks and just like I'll go in and hit like on a couple of people. Out of respect, I'll just go in and just hit like and piss off. Now here's a little laneway market. Now, back to those questions. Like, this area here is just a small little nice walking area, and there's a lot of street food here. And look at this cool little car here, guys. Now, that's pretty cool. It's a Gino mirror. Gino, very nice. G'day, Steve. How are you? Yeah, we're just coming up to Central's Chiang Rai because I do have to top up my mobile phone data because it is due to roll over tomorrow, and with the prepaid I didn't set it up with any of my details. I just go in and pay it each month. And here is a money box. Sawadee Cup. I haven't really said Sawadee Cup to too many people today. I've just been on my little mission. Oh, we got 6 lights. Thank you very much for the extra 2. Tighten up the bra straps. Would that be for 288? 2 fat ladies. Actually, I can show you some bras. Actually, I'm sure we'll go into a lingerie shop in the Centrals, and I know there are quite a number. Spoon. Yeah, I know, mate. Like, I just want to do my thing, and obviously I've ruffled a few feathers yet again, and that's all good. Now here is the Big C Mini exposed. That channel's probably still around, I think, is it? Or was that one they got taken down? I don't know. Like, my mate's lost so many, but I do have some good names for him, actually. Yeah. And there is a songtail or a baht bus. They are not 10 baht here, though. Yes. I wonder when the increase on the 10 baht bus. I know a couple of times they tried to extort me for like 20 baht, and but I always pay 10 and say, hey, it's 10 baht, mate. But not here in Chiang Rai. I wouldn't get away with that here. I'd get the police saying, excuse me, sir, you need to pay this. And if you don't, you'll be coming with us. Yeah. Yeah, like that Thai restaurant I went to today, 40 baht meals, and I don't want to call it street food, but it's just a restaurant, and they've got the street food bowls inside, and that's something what I want to have down the track. And there's a cat in the bin. I'll just zoom in, see like the cat's knocked over the bin, and I've caught him, and now he or she is looking at me and saying, come on, Jeremy, just move on, and I want to get in the bin and have some fun. So in the tradition of being a nice guy, I'm going to move on and let the cat have some fun. And I was going to sing a Cyndi Lauper song, but I don't want to lose my 8 viewers down to 2 viewers. And it is quite funny how some people try to stir you of short views when only themselves have had short views when they began to stream. But I won't point fingers, but I have heard a clip of somebody saying this. So, yes. Yes, somebody's just left to report to their master. Oh, he's talking about you now, like, pop back in, mate, pop back in. He's talking about you. Now, this looks like a Thai grocery shop, and that could be something I could look at. It looks like it's got a lot of... I will come back. I'm very excited about this. Now, this reminds me of the Friendship Market shop in Pattaya near Tukkom. Now, I have recommended going in there. I usually stumble across interesting things on my travels, but it's not interesting for everyone, but it is for me. Yeah, the constructions are very interesting. I know Adrian, is it Adrian? Yeah, I think he's doing a build. Or is it? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I get a bit confused, but yeah, it is interesting having a look at building again. Here's a good Leo. I was never a fan of the Leo. Yeah, I know a few streamers like it, but yeah, I never liked the taste of it. But we were all different, you know. So, and you really do have to watch yourself, guys. You know, like quite often I just look up, and also shit is on the ground as well at times, and it's not too bad in Chiang Rai. In Pattaya it can pop up a lot. I didn't really see it in Pattaya, but Ban Chan it popped up a bit from time to time, but out here not much. But Pattaya's bad for it. Sawadee. Yeah, I've noticed most people just say sawadee or carp a lot. Like the only time you hear jal is around families, I find. And I've asked a couple of different people their take on jal, and they say it's very northern Lao based, and they sort of refer it to a family type environment, and it is more like respecting way and a lot easier, like a lot of Thais in conversation. If one Thai is talking and the other listening, the other Thai will quite often say chai, and you'll constantly hear them say chai, which is yes. Because like while I've sat down with a lot of my tattoo friends, I would listen in and notice these small things, and I'd take note and say, oh, when you guys were talking, like you kept saying this word, and that's how I picked up a lot of the small stuff, just by hanging around my Thai friends and forcing myself to learn Thai. And subconsciously it is there, but I think in another year, I think I'll be able to understand and communicate a lot better. I did try to do some lessons, but I might try and do something like that again at some point when things settle down. But I'll get back to the questions. Spoon is like sawadee cup or sawadee. For man, sawadika, and for lady, sawadika. And the lady will say to you, ka, and man will say cup. And if you're up somewhere else, they'll say something else. And most times they'll just nod and say carp. Yeah, Singer's not bad, and Singer is really popular, Dave. I've noticed with a lot of Thai friends, and they'll swap between Chiang and Singer quite regularly. And also I've noticed if they're having a spirit-based drink, they'll either have a Singer or a Chiang, and I was trying to work out if are they doing that because it's less bloaty or something, but it's been a bit long between drinks for me. But I just noticed these small things, and but I think Chiang and Leo are up there, but I think amongst Thais it's Chiang, but I don't know. But I do see a lot of the whiskey around the tables a lot as well, so I suppose it might come down to money as well, I guess. Yeah, smoke bombs. Like I do remember when I was going to school, they used to do stink bombs on the trains, and they were the most annoying thing because it was like this rotten egg gas smell. And guess what I am here? Yeah. So knowing my luck, there's all school kids in here again. Like last time, very strange, the school system here. Like I think that some have come from lunch, I think. Yeah, because kids go to school early. Like some go to school at like 6 in the morning, some go at 8, and some are there to 5, and some are there to 4. But then there are schools that go to school on a Saturday and a Sunday. So it's quite strange. Each school has a different philosophy, but yeah. But I have investigated school systems in Palau, and I'll have to have a look here in Chiang Rai, obviously. But it does look like they have a good school system here. I think 1 or 2 of them are very similar in uniform to Palau, so they could quite possibly have sister schools, I guess. That could be something I could look into and do a stream on, because I know in Australia they sort of have sister schools and church-based schools, and here in Thailand very Buddha-based. I know with some schools they actually have temples on there. Now last time I come here I did walk through the car park, and I won't do that. Now this is the second time I've been here. So now that was the nightclub strip down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around in here for half hour. Could be longer, but I doubt it, because I do want to try and end the stream in here, because I do have to go into True and have a chat to them and pay for the prepaid for tomorrow, because it does roll over tonight at midnight. So and the chap said to come back to sort out a new promotion, because I've bored you with the detail. I got the wrong promotion last time, but the internet was still good. I was getting 15 speed, and I'm still getting that speed now, even though I've gone over my allotted thing, because I normally get it's basically unlimited. But with this one, the lass gave me at 7-Eleven, it was 15, I think, and then 1 up, guaranteed for 70 gigs. So I know when I stream, it can be like 2 or 3, possibly 4 gigs worth of data. So with the unlimited, it's not an issue. But I did have a really good plan before. It was 20 up, and that ranged between 200 and 300. And if I did go to 7-Eleven, I'd get it for 200 and 300 here at True. And so I kept doing it at 7-Eleven, but twice the girl misunderstood me and gave me the wrong one. However, I think they did change the promotion, so I won't bore you with too much more. We'll get into the thick of it. Hopefully I won't have too many issues in here. Yeah, I know some places can be a bit funny, but I think Centrals are quite good. I know Ricky Dramas filmed in Centrals, and he hasn't had any dramas, and I think Chocolate Man may have done that as well. So I don't have the road plugged in because it was raining, so I know my voice is okay, even though some people pick on my voice and try to imitate me. But those that have friends with the same issues shouldn't cast stones. But enough of that character. Ooh, the air conditioning just got me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of air conditioning because of my arthritis. And here are some stairs. Now there is a shopping department store in here, and that's where I'm in now, but I'm going to walk out of here and go into the mall and have a look around. It's not overly exciting in here, but I just want to look for some things that are a bit unusual. So, and if you do see something you do want to have a look at, and if I can do it, I will go in there. So, and if you do want a price for something, guys, within reason, you know, I won't give you a price on a ST or a LT. You can certainly get those prices elsewhere, but I will give you a price on a computer. Now 36, so basically 37,000 baht, and here's all the specs, guys, all the specs. So that's not too bad. That one to me is like a high range one. So it'd be for like gaming, it looks like. And it looks like the graphics are okay. Okay, I'm saying. Now, this one would be a gaming PC, because I know this brand, unless this is a clone brand. No, it's not a clone brand. It is MSI. And I know this is an okay gaming, because I used to be into gaming. You know, I had a water cool, like I still actually have it. It's a water cool machine. Pretty sure there's a 8 gig graphics card still in there, which hardly got any use. But do I need to clean the screen? Is it okay? Yeah, I know I walked in the rain before and I do get a bit of glare. We'll look at some monitors in a moment, but I just want to try and find some cheap ones as well. So we've got a high range. So here's one for 15k, and these are the specs. So 15,000 is quite a good price to pay for a computer, I think. You know, that probably light gaming. I don't, with those specs, I think they're okay. Right? I personally wouldn't be gaming on a laptop, but that's just me. But I know you can. You know, you get those Alienwares and those MSI and a few other really specced out ones. So here's an Acer. Yeah, there's my finger there. Yeah, I won't look too much. Like these memory cards, it is good to spend a bit more and get the highest one that goes into your phone or GoPro, because there's nothing worse than getting a smaller one. Like I think I had a 256 possibly, or a 128 I think, and that was just enough. But in the phone, I think it's 256 or a 512. But yeah, it is better just to spend that bit extra. Now I'll put the camera down because there is a kid playing there, but there is a good little play centre there. Like there's no kid here, but there was one on the slippery dip. So your kid can come here and have a little play. And this is the soft stuff. It's not hard, but it's not that thick, but it would help. And there's a big teddy bear. Now that child is gone. So here's a pretty cool slippery dip, you know. Pretty cool. And here's a big teddy bear. Now I'm a big teddy bear, but here's one you can come and hug, and you could possibly give it a kiss if that's what you want to do. And Mr. DIY. Now, Mr. DIY is probably the best, and you can come in here and take a photo. And here is some photos there, and we do know all about photos. And kids love these, and so do some adults who are into collectibles. Yes, and there's more of these collectibles around. Like, I know some people go nuts on these collectibles. Like, I do have a couple of friends who go berserk on them. Now, there's True, and they're pretty good. I know some people go with the AIS. Now, I know some people rave on about AIS, but I've known people who had issues with AIS. I found that True was okay. Now, this computer system here is pretty sick. I know Avery would be in bed now, but this here would be right up Avery's alley, or possibly some other character, but I won't mention his name because I upset regular of mine. So He probably won't return again. But here's a good gaming system for that particular person. Yeah, but that screen looks pretty good, and that vision on that bike looks like ultra 4K. Yeah, so this looks like a pretty good gaming PC shop. Yeah. Yeah, I used to like the old gaming. I can get prices on phones, I guess. We'll do that a bit later. I'll try and find a shop that hasn't got too many people. Now, here's some lingerie. Now, and I can get away with this because there is some children's wear here, and I do have a child on the way. Papa Baby. Yeah, I'll be able to get all these good ones like Daddy's Best, Daddy's Bad or something, I don't know. And here's some nice little dresses, guys. Yeah. Yeah, like these ones here are 300, and I've seen some really good ones for only 50 baht. But you know, you really got to get some nice ones like this, and I will. You know, when you go out for a nice family meal, you know. Oops. Yeah, don't want that happening. Yeah, I'll be putting like a chastity belt and chastity bra as well. I think I'll be talking to my mate who is a custom workshop genius. He actually is the guy that's rebuilding my mate's tattoo bus. I've released a couple of sneaky shorts from time to time of that bus. Now I do have a couple of videos on that bus, but the really good one on that bus is on a hard drive, and it's just a pain in the backside having to put it onto the laptops and try and edit. So, but I do have one I did do on the phone, so I have edited it, but it's a bit plain. But that tattoo bus is really good, and they're going to be doing tattoo. Like they're already doing tattoos around Jom Tien Beach. They're doing tattoos on Beach Road near the Macca's up the other end. Yeah, I'll say yeah. Yeah, screens are too small for gaming on laptops, but they are good for like a smaller gamer. I personally would have to have a big screen as well because I like big vision. And there's nothing worse like a little phone. Like, it's okay to watch something on a phone short term, like what we're doing now, but I reckon stuff like this is best on the big screen, like I used to do when I was in Australia. If it's good content, you know, stick it on the 4K vision. And I did see some really good stuff on YouTube on 4K. But for stuff like chit chat, yeah, like you just put that on the phone, I guess. But then you can put it on the TV and walk around the house. Now, there's a really cool ice cream, an Australian ice cream. It's a bit pricey upstairs. I'll show that. It was like 89 baht. It's a bit out of my budget on this trip. But next time I will come and try that. Like I was going to reward myself the other day with this cheeseburger. And I looked at it and I thought, well, I can get 6 or 7 street food meals out of that. And that's how I'm justifying it. And I am very headstrong when I do set my mind to things. So keep that in mind. Now, this meal here, you can get this for 40 baht on like a street. But, yeah. But if you've got money in your pocket and it don't matter, well, then you don't care. But if you don't want to waste money, I know there's a couple of YouTubers who don't like to spend money, and they would find that enjoyable. Now, I really enjoy these clothing, and I wouldn't wear this myself because I don't wear a dress, but that would look quite good on my girl or any other girl. I really like that. I don't know about the hat. I don't think I'd be down with that, but the rest of the get up, I really like that. And this shop's really got some nice stuff, actually. I might just have a little browse. That's pretty cool. Like, it does have an Indian vibe to it as well. But really interesting designs there. Well, obviously hand designed, I think. And that's me in the mirror. And that hat is quite nice. I was going to put that hat on and do a dance in front of the mirror. Now, this here is pretty cool. I've talked about these in temples. And that would be worth $1 million baht, I reckon, but probably not. But here's a coffee table, and this one is not worth $1 million coffee table or a year's salary. And neither is one back there. That's actually pretty cool, that. I think wood carvings are pretty cool. Actually, in here, guys, there's King Rama's statue and sculptures. I did a couple of shorts on. I think I only released one short, and I think I'm going back the other way. If I am, I'll leap back. Yeah, I think I am going back the wrong way, and that happens. Now, Dairy Queen is a very cheap ice cream, and they are good. Don't bother too much with the hot dogs because they are about that size. And this hamburger, I don't know what to say about that. And I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. I don't know what to say. Yes, I think I'll leave it at that. Very, very odd. And I love hamburgers. Now, so what it? Now, bread. Look at this bread. A lot better than the 7-Eleven bread. Now, I was thinking grabbing a cup of something like that, grabbing some cucumber, a couple of slices of cheese, some beetroot, carrot, and happy days. Now, here's a ham and cheese sandwich. Yeah. But that is bread. I quite like a sourdough bread, but I would definitely like them rolls. And even them are okay. I do like a sesame seed roll. Like a knot roll in Australia, we call them. So we've got 6 lights. That's good. And 6 people. We've lost a few. But it is pretty nice in here, and it's not too cold. Now, these cake shops, this bakery, they do have these in Pattaya as well. And I reckon they would have them in Pattaya. But I'm pretty sure this is the one, and it has these small milky cream donuts. And no, not donuts, like little eclairs. And the girl gets these, and she tries to sneak them away from me so I don't eat them. And she eats them. But I'll see if I can find them. But I think that was them there in the fridge. Yeah, reckon it was them in the fridge. But these shops are quite good. They can be a little pricier. But see, I'd rather get my stuff at the street food market. But yeah, it's them ones there, and they've got the milk ones, guys. And they're yummy. And my girl tries to eat them all, but she does try to save me 2 out of 8. And we're down to 4 viewers. Oh, they don't like the cake. Yeah, here's some custom jewellery, but those cakes are really nice. Now, we'll go into this section of the market. Now, there is another food market here as well. So I'll try and change it up a bit, and now I'll come back and I'll show you the art exhibition, and then we'll go up. And there's some really good statues in here. Like, I won't spend too much time. Actually, I'll go in here now. Yeah, I'll go here now because I want to try and go upstairs and then go back. So the stream might possibly go for another half hour, 40 minutes perhaps. Now we'll start over here. Some really nice etchings here. charcoal. Yeah, we did do a bit of charcoal in art class, and I dare say a lot of you use charcoal as well at some point. Now that's the ink, sort of like calligraphy, I think, style, but not. That's the ink pen. Not ink pen, but ink, like a quill of some sort, like the olden day English. With the quill, I'll send you off to Australia, you incel inbred, for stealing a loaf of bread to feed your family. You will be condemned to life in paradise. Yes. Yeah, many people were sent to Australia for stealing a loaf of bread. I think it was either have your hand cut off or go to Australia. I think I'd go to Australia too. Yeah, now I won't bother too much down there, but I will show this really cool one of King Rama. No, King Rama has been taken now. There was King Rama here, and there was a sculpture which I've released, but I do have a wood carving. I will release that tonight if I remember. That's a pretty cool dragon there. There's some really nice views in here today. Really nice views. Yeah, I like the look of that. Absolutely beautiful. Right. Yeah. All right, moving on. Now, they do have an art class in here. I noticed a young lass in here. It may have been on the weekend, I think, the last time I was in here. So yeah, like they do, I think they did a kids one over here, and this was like an adults one. So they catered for both. But apologies for not having the Rama one here. But I will release that other short. I reckon it may have just been here for the weekend because it was amazing bronze statue, and the camera footage probably didn't do it justice, but it was really nice. Like, there is a lot of love out these parts in the north for King number 9. I've said countless times to go into like a street food. So I was correct. They do have a child's one here, and then they have the adult masterclass. So in true form, I will show you the prices and timings if you are in this neck of the woods. Actually, if somebody is after a job here and they are Thai, or they have a Thai friend and they do want a cooking job, the guy that runs that Bavarian bar is actually looking for a chef, and they get free accommodation and tips. I might go and try and get a photo of his advertisement because it is in Thai, and I might just put that, make it as a short, because I know I do get a lot of views from inside Thailand from my shorts. Yeah, there's a big following of Thais. I was quite shocked for shorts, and I thought, Thai people watching an Aussie filming Thai food, and I thought, okay. Now these bananas, I've bought these frozen bananas for 5 baht, and that could be my new ice cream. I bought a 10 baht ice cream the other day because it is a budget trip, and I asked the lass, how much is that banana? And she said 5 baht. And I went back and got one later that night, and she says, oh, you enjoyed it, didn't you? And I said, well, if you put chocolate on it, you could charge 10 baht. And she actually said, oh, really? And I said, perhaps inject a little bit of caramel, like sticker, like she had it on a skewer. And I thought, you could just put a little hollow bit in it, inject it with caramel, and then dip it in chocolate, and happy days. Now look at this guy, it's absolutely amazing. Now I'm hungry again, and I did just have a cow soy. Oh wow. Actually, you can get these ones for 30 baht in 7-Eleven. These look absolutely fantastic. Oh, I do have a sweet tooth. So what a carb. And okay, I'll give you the prices. 45 baht. Very good. And it's called Sweet Secret. Yeah, Sweet Secret croissant. Those were absolutely beautiful, those croissants. I was about to say tarts, and I thought that wouldn't go down well, so we'll be correct, croissant. So we're still in the bottom section of the market. Now we're coming into a food department. Now I did have a quick look in here the other day, and they do have a good selection of products. I don't know if I'm going to walk around in there because I do want to try and keep the stream short as possible, like I think 2 hours maximum, but I will be ending it and then going into True, and I don't know if I'll start one up again because I think Ben's having a break, but not. I don't know if he's just looking for views. I don't know. I did send him a message but didn't hear back. But yeah. So I'll just get a bit of the fruit prices. I won't walk around in here because I'll see salt and vinegar chips and I'll have a cry. But here's a different watermelon, and that one's, I do see this one around. You can get for 10 baht. And here's the normal red one, so yellow. Now these melons, I used to like growing these in Australia, and these are very sweet here. Majority of the fruit here in Thailand, especially the pineapple, it's an amazing taste explosion. It's so sweet, and you don't have to have sugar in your smoothies. I don't know if I released that short yet, but I did make one. Oh, this cake. Oh, yum. Sorry, yeah. Did see a smoothie sitting on the street, and I've seen this a number of times, and I went and made a short because I wanted to show the concentration of sugar in it, and it will shock you. But if you leave a smoothie out and you've only drank, say, this much, leave it out, come back the next day and it'll just be liquid, because they do put this liquid sugar in, and if you are watching them, you will notice it. Yeah, there's so much sweet stuff here. Yeah, I could certainly get myself fat in here. Yeah, there really is just too much food in these places. Here's these mini, I forget the name of these, they're very popular in Australia, macaroons. That's it, macaroons. See, I call them macaroons something else because my grandmother used to make these macaroons and they didn't look like them. Yeah, I quite like them ones. I don't like the 7-Eleven, but the ones you get there are very, very good. Now, this is just a food court here. 9 out of 10 times you do have to get one of those cards, but they do have a prompt pay. So I've talked about the prompt pay, and prompt pay is very important to have. Like, you can use your FPOS card, but you are going to have problems around. You might just have to end up going to 7-Eleven. Problem. But there's just a normal shop. We won't go in there, but like the food in here is good. Like in Pattaya, you'll come across this. and I do have some good meals in there, but you're best off going and sitting in a street food restaurant. But if you don't mind it in here, it's okay. Terminal 21 does have an okay food court, but the quality of food in there can not be the best. I used to eat a crispy noodle pork gravy, and I used to think that was fantastic until you go and have some really fantastic street food, and that was complete rubbish. But it is a very simple meal, that meal, because I have had it in Banchan, and I will never probably have that meal again because I'm sick of it. I had it twice in Banchan, and the level of like, I think the gravy actually ruined it for me, because it wasn't very nice gravy and it just does not look right. So I will try to get upstairs now, and then I do just want to try to keep this for another half hour. Yeah, because I'm pretty much at that point now. But I will keep going for a half hour, I think, and just get there, I think. Yeah, I reckon I need an ice cream, I think. Yeah, because I don't want to go overboard today. So I'll go up to the top and then the next level, and then I'll call it a day. So half an hour, I reckon. We'll give it half hour, and then I'm going to go down and sort out my phone for tomorrow. And then I'll have an ice cream, hopefully, depending if I get a good deal. Now, here's some more computers. You know, these ones are very basic. You just do your basic stuff. We'll get some phone prices as well, actually. Vivo is a very popular phone, and the technology of them, I think, is good. And there's the price, and this one's an upper one. You can get the cheaper Vivo as well for 8,000, and this one as well. But this is the upper line. We'll see if they've got another one as well. So about 5,000, and they've got a cheaper version too for 4,000. So about 4,000, cheapest one, 8,000. I think 16 was the highest one there. So I've got some 23,000, and that's a 12 gig. 12 gig plus 256. We go the Pro for 40k for a Vivo. So you really got a top of the line one there. I think you'd go for an iPhone for 40k, wouldn't you? 40k for a Vivo. So I'd have, I suppose you got 12 gig. That would, if all the specs were there on that phone, that would be really, really good value phone, because 12 gigs, that's a lot of storage space. No, not at 12 gig. That's, what was a terabyte? These are pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I wonder if she'll be a girly or a daddy's girl, but I think the girly girls are actually daddy's girls, and then you got your tomboys. Now I'm friends with a tomboy. I haven't spoken to her for a while, but she's a tomboy, and she was an absolute daddy's girl. But yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, I think tomboys are pretty cool to have in your life. You know, they've got some good friends. But yeah, we'll go for another half hour. But there's this ice cream place I do want to show. The Adidas I won't go in. I'm trying to find a top of the range shoe place. and get some prices. Like, I know in Centrals in Pattaya they've got this tiger shop, the Asics brand style, Osaka or whatever it's called. There's Sketches. Charles and Keith. Haven't heard of Charles and Keith. Oh, there's these dinosaurs at the front of the place I meant to show you, and you can pay, I think it's 20 or 40 baht, and you can get your kid on like the apps, on the app, and then you can drive around on it. It looked pretty cool. It's like they charge them up and then you just cruise around on it. Like, I did get some footage of it, but I did delete it because like the kid kept popping his head around. I was trying to film the father at the back and get it on the angle, but he kept turning his head. And see if we can find a peloton, and then my numbers will go up. Yeah, see if we can find a peloton. Have you got any pelotons, or are they only for fake cyclists? Yeah, we can't find any pelotons. Yeah. No, everyone's left, so we won't talk about little Davy then. Now, here's Mr. Donut. They do have okay donuts, but I'd rather get the street food ones. Now, some of these do have a couple of good deals from time to time with their ice cream, so I tend to get a 10 baht KFC one, or I think it's 15 at Macca's now, I think. But they do have, yeah, this stuff I'm not really huge on. I try to stay away from that. Like, I did have some spring rolls yesterday because, no, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before, and they're only 30 baht. And I haven't had a spring roll in a while. And there was 5 of them on there, so I had 3, and then I wrapped them up, and I walked with them, and like the girl didn't give me a plastic bag, and they slipped out of the plate, and they landed on the ground. So some soy dog ended up eating them. So it was a bit annoying about that, because I don't mind a spring roll cold. Now, we won't go upstairs because I think, actually I will have a quick look, and then we can end it up there, and I'll go through my bag and see if I can find a KFC in here, and get myself a 10 baht soft serve, I think. But it is pretty good in here. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up in a minute, because like there was 7 people and they dropped. I think I had a internet outage, or Ron's probably started up again. I saw him having an epic stream before, and I thought, bloody hell. Yeah, he does good wrong. But yeah, this one's a bit simple up here, but like I did do a couple of shorts in here. I'll release at some point. Like, they've really got some good kids stuff in here, like the Lego and stuff. I might just have a quick wander in here just to look at the baby stuff, actually, because I know this stuff's expensive in here, but it is always good to have a look. And if the girl does pop in, she'll go, oh, well, he's having a look at baby stuff. I can't tell him off. You know, he's not sitting out front of a bar chatting up here. Oh, wow. Oh, Hot Wheels, guys. I used to play this with my other son, and now I play it with my other son. Oh, I saw a really good kit in not the Trepiset market, but the second-hand market near Trepiset, and the dude had an old Matchbox kit, and there was like 4 or 5 kits, and he wanted 1,000 baht for it, and I was very tempting, but I didn't have much money, and I thought, oh, I've got the money for it, but I can't justify the spend, but it had so many little toys. Like one was broken, but everything else worked, and I thought, oh, and I'm kicking myself now I didn't get that because like the Matchbox stuff, like the Hot Wheels stuff, I should say, is really good and high quality. You can get a knockoff one in Mr. DIYs, but it's not as good quality as this stuff here, and it lasts as longer. Like you can sort of get like a knockoff one like this, but you're best off with that Hot Wheels. Like I've had so many good times with that stuff. Like here's some like tracks and stuff, like pretty cool. You know, you can build stuff and get on the ground and play trains and stuff. Yeah, I like stuff like this. It's cool to do stuff like this with kids. Like it's important to play. Like it's a lot better than just handing them a phone and just saying go away. It's better to just sit down for like half an hour, and then that half an hour becomes an hour, and before you know it, it's 3 hours and you've just been playing in cars, and it's really rewarding for both. And here's some dinosaurs. Kids love dinosaurs. Like kids go through all phases in their life. They'll like dinosaurs, they'll love cars, they'll love you, they'll hate you. They'll love you, they'll hate you, they'll tell you they hate you, they'll tell you they love you. But that's part of being a father. I think the first time you do hear that, I think that's probably I do remember my mum saying that to me. That's like the worst thing I ever said to her, and I never said it again. I only said it once, and I regretted it. Yeah. But I think as children, you do say things like, I think today's children aren't as grateful unless they're brought up proper. And it is hard to bring up children now with so many temptations and friends and peer group pressure. I know we all had peer group pressure, but I think today it's a lot worse. I don't know if that's the same view with everyone, but that's just my view. But kids' stuff here is quite reasonably priced. I thought it'd be quite expensive in here, to be honest. And that really isn't too bad. I think that's quite good. Now, the missus has grabbed a whole bunch of stuff on Lazada, and I was quite shocked. I think it was 1,800 or something, and she got all these things. But this is for an elder one, like a booster chair. Not for now, but yeah, eventually. So Wadi Cup got prams. Now, these things here I think are pretty important. I've shown these a couple of times. You know, keep the mosquitoes off because I don't like mosquitoes partying with me, and nothing worse would be for a child to have a mosquito come in there and then they're scratching them, and you have to put the mitts on them as well because their little nails like grow and then they scratch themselves. G'day DWP. Yeah, I'm just about to end it in a little bit. Like I'm just on the search of grabbing, and Ben's just doing a foodie channel too. So yeah, I'll keep going for about another 10 minutes and then I'm going to wrap it up because I do have to update my data for tomorrow because it rolls over at midnight tonight. Like I've got Wi-Fi where I'm staying, but obviously I want to go do some streaming. So yeah, I just popped in here to have a look at some kids stuff, and I thought I may as well. And if the girl just pops in as she does, because she does pop in to see what I'm up to. Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with the prices in here. I honestly thought these would be more Very good. And there's some more dinosaurs there, so I'm gonna get out of here. And here's some more girl stuff. I'll probably have to spend a lot of time in here. I did buy myself a rag, a blue pussycat cult rag. Oh, we got an extra like as well. Thank you. Yeah, well, probably I was going to schedule the stream today, but what happened is I went and had lunch, and then the rain come, and I thought, oh, I won't schedule it. I'll just go live, and but yeah, I'm going to start scheduling stuff and try and get some more people in, because I have noticed notifications aren't coming through for like 2 hours, half an hour sometimes. So I don't know, like I know other streamers have issues with that, but they schedule stuff. But here's a Barry the Boss chair. This one would be very good for Barry. Very, very strong. Very good. Oh, actually, no, that wouldn't be good enough for Barry. He'd put his arm there, like Barry's a big unit, I wouldn't want to cause any problems with Mr. Barry. Mr. Barry is good. He's a good motivator. He's an entertainer. Yeah, and there's Sizzler. Yeah, I used to go to Sizzler in Australia. I think I did go to Sizzler once in Pattaya, but I didn't really think much of it. I was invited there from a particular character. I never went, so we'll show a bit of sushi. The sushi is very popular here in Thailand, and there are some ladies here who are getting sushi, so we will have a look at the sushi. Very good, very good. Actually, I do like the sushi at that Pattaya. What's that one in Centrals? Like in Centrals, because we are in Centrals now. We'll move on. Yeah, there's a really good all-you-can-eat sushi bar in Pattaya, and you can eat as much as you want for an hour and a half. And here's some candy, and I love candy. Yeah, I got some candy at the market the other day, and I had a spare 30 baht, and I went back last night to buy some more candy, and she wasn't there. And I could have went to 7-Eleven for candy, but I wouldn't have got much for 30 baht. And here, last night, if I come here with 30 baht, I would have only got that. But no, because I wanted to go and have a khao soi today. So I thought, no, I'll save that bit, because we are on the budget tour. And I have extended the budget tour again. So I might have to go off the budget tour. But and go on the pot noodle budget tour. Now this is chewy gummies and sour gel. That actually looks pretty, but 250 baht. No, I think I'd rather have a few khao soi meals. Now here is a dinosaur. I know these ones are very expensive, these, because I've seen the one in Pattaya. Now that's the Hulk. It's a shame I can't get down there. I don't really want to crouch down Hidden Dragon, because my Jack's Cracker will be shown, and then my channel will be pulled down. Now these are very popular with some people. I've done shorts of these in the past, and they've really worked. So I should have brought my other phone with me. I left that on the bed. Now here's the blue pussycat colt. Blue pussycat colt, not the Scottish colt or the pot noodle colt or the billow colt or the anti-crime family colt, and any other colt. But yes, and I am the real cult leader as well, guys. Yes. Oh, they've got some really strange designs with this one here with the... Yeah, it's a bit too frightening for me. But yeah, like this place is a bit overpriced, but this is more catered for the high so, and I'm not high so. But here's Ninja Turtles, and I love my Ninja Turtles. We'll go for another couple more moments, and then I've got to wrap it up because I've got to go sort out my phone, and actually I did a short at the Chiang Rai airport, and I think I did put an Irish accent on. And this is the potato corner for Mr. Jazzy, because he is the Irish, sure to be sure to be sure. But they do have some nice stuff in here, like all that cheese looks quite nice, because I have seen them, they do put it in like a container and then they sprinkle on the cheese and then they shake it up and they put it on the fries and the nuggets. No, that wasn't Stephen Hawkins there. Yeah, now this place is a bit overpriced, to be quite honest. Now here is these cakes, tarts or whatever, but I want to show you what's inside, guys. So here's an example of what's inside that, and that's strawberry matcha. Now matcha's everywhere and it is an acquired taste. I don't mind the matcha ice cream, but I go for a stage where I won't have it for years and then I like it again. Now blueberry, I really love blueberry. Sweet potato, I don't know why anyone would be doing that. Black bean is underrated. I quite like that in the sticky rice. I really do like black bean in it, and it's okay in ice cream. I was a bit skeptical, but I do like this stuff now, guys. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. And the pineapple, I love pineapple, but taro an acquired taste as well. It can be hit and miss. And black sesame is good too, but it can be funny. Now, panna custard is good. And egg bean paste, I don't know about that. But this stuff's all, oh, look at that big eclair. 45 baht, no way. Yeah. But you really can go fat here if you've got a fat wallet. Now, oh, here's a mama baby. That there's pretty cool. And that's quite a reasonable price too. Actually, we will have a quick look in here. So what do you cut? Now, this is a milk sterilising machine. This is very important, and this is probably something I will probably do. And here's a pump, so most likely won't have to use this, sadly. But yeah, this stuff here is what I will do, and these prices are very reasonable, and this is what I can do. So yeah, because somebody asked me to return a donation, and I can't honestly return that, it looks like, on Google. And even Tom said to me, yeah, you can't physically return it, mate. It's too much of a hassle to sit on the phone with Google and try and do it. And if he really wants it back, he can do a chargeback. So, okay. No. Okay, sorry, yep. So we'll put the camera down. I think somebody's rang and made a complaint. So we'll keep the camera down. So yeah, so somebody's rang and got me. But guess what? I didn't get in trouble, guys. I just got asked to put the camera down. So we'll be respectful. Yeah, are used to talking to each other. Yeah, so I reckon someone did set me up because a viewer did come back in. So guess what? I didn't get in trouble. It was only the security come in and said, you can't film. And I will be respectful and move on. I don't know if it was just that shot or if it was the whole place, but I'll keep the camera down and I'll wrap it up because I do have to go down to True. But no, as you guys know, I've been very respectful. I haven't put the camera in anyone's face. Yeah, but I was really interested in that shop because I wanted to look at prices. So it is sad. I don't know if it is that particular shop or if it was in general, but There is a security guard there. I could ask him, but I don't think he has English. But I will be respectful. But yeah, I don't know if it was in there. But yeah, somebody come in to check that. So guess what? It didn't work. Yeah, I am aware of some trolls that do that. So yeah. They probably said, "Oh, he's like doing something," and I'm not. But all that stuff is on CTV vision anyway. But nobody ever shows any CTV vision, do they? Yeah. All right, guys. I do appreciate those that have come in. I am being respectful. Kept the camera down. I do have to go into the true shop now. So I'm going to say adios and thank you for the lights. And we had 10 people in here today. So I am here at True. I will give them a plug because they are really good to me. And I did spend half an hour in here last week. No, what day are we? I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, I can't tell. But thanks again, guys. Hit the likes if you haven't. And more than likely, I might continue with the stream a bit later if Ben isn't streaming now, or if Tom isn't, or somebody. I'll just see how I go, and or I might just pop up tonight and have a bit of a stream around. So I'm going, guys, and I'll be back later. Thank you. Hit the likes. Bye bye.